All right, so the video that I had for this page did not load properly, so I'm making it again the best that I can since I'm here at home. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing numbers. And so we're going to be looking at the digits that have the greatest place value, and we're going to compare those to other numbers, okay? So looking at the boxes here on page 334, you have the signs that we're kind of used to seeing, the greater than, the less than, and the equal to, all right? So when we do that, we always start at the ones place, just like always. So we're looking at the ones place. Well, in the ones place, the 8 is bigger than the 4, okay? In the tens place, the 3 is bigger than the 1, and in the hundreds place, we have both 6s. So when comparing these, if we start at the hundreds place and move over, we're going to go all the way to the ones place. And in the ones place, we're going to see that 618 is actually smaller than 634. So we would read this as 634 is greater than 618. Notice the arrow. The arrow is kind of like your mouth. When you guys are really, really hungry for a snack, do you just want 18 cookies? Or would you rather have 34 cookies? I'm going to guess you'd rather have 34 cookies. So 634 is greater, so we use the arrow with the back opening to the bigger number. Okay, let's look at this next number here. Well, they both have 8s at the front in the hundreds place. So let's look at the tens. The tens is different. So we're going to look at the 4 and the 2. So 846 and 823. In this case, we could say that 823 is less than 846. We say that this number is less because it's smaller than the second number. That's why the arrow is pointing to the small number. The arrow always points to the small number, okay? And if we look at the last one here, it's the same number, 978 to 978. That means it's equal. They're the same number. They're equal, same amount, all right? So let's look down here at number 1. Number 1 has 142 and 124. Which way are we going to write our arrow? Are we going to write it saying that 142 is greater than 124? So are we going to have our mouth opening to 142? Are we going to say that 142 is less than 124? Or are we going to say that they're equal? Well, we're going to say that 142 is greater than 124. So because it's greater, we're going to have the arrow opening up to the 142. All right, let's move over to number 2. Number 2 says 253 and 257. Well, if we look, they both have 2s in the hundreds, so that doesn't help us. They both have 5s in the tens, so that doesn't help us. We're going to go all the way over to the ones place. We have 253 and 257. So which one's greater, the 3 or the 7? Well, we know that 7 is greater. So in this case, our arrow is going to open up to 257, and it's going to point to the smaller number. So this one would be 253 is less than 257 because it's the smaller number. So we would say it's a less than. So the arrow is going to point to it. Let's look at number 3. We have 3 in the hundreds. We have a 1 in the tens. And we have a 3 in the ones. Oh, that tells us they're the same number. So that's going to be equal to. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and finish this page. On page 335, you have the same thing here at the top. Down here for 27 and 28, you're going to look at the purple numbers, and you're going to circle the number underneath that's less. So whichever one of these is less than the purple number, you're going to circle. Same over here. For 29 and 30, you're going to look at the purple number, and you're going to circle the one that's greater. All right. If you turn the page to 336, you're going to do the two problems, 31 and 32. I would like for you to skip 33, but I do want you to do right math, okay? Because I want you to be able to explain how you decide which number is greater, okay? And then for the homework page on 337, again, you have more greater than, less than, or equal to. And on 338, you have a question here about who has a greater number of bugs. For your brain builder, it's talking about saving bottle caps. And you need to tell me who has the greater number of bottle caps. You're going to do number 15. And don't forget to do 16, 17, 18, where you draw a line to match the words to the signs. All right. If you have any questions on the greater than, less than, or equal to, make sure you have mom or dad contact me and let me know.